Morning guys, it's 5 a.m. It's August 18th. Man, this month is flying by. Tuesday morning, I've got a bagel made that me and Jamie are going to split, and having some coffee. I'm going to take one of these vegan vitamins, supplements. Yeah, so it's pretty early, but I got a really good night's sleep last night, so I'm gonna go in for 6 this morning like I normally do. Yesterday I went in for 8, but hoping that it's not quite as hot at work today as it was yesterday, but excuse me, I got some hiccups this morning. Yeah, it's supposed to be insanely high temperatures all week, so it could be pretty brutal in there again today, but at least by going in by 6, I get out of there a little bit earlier. Although I did leave early yesterday. I left at my normal time at 2:30, even though I didn't go in till 8, so I took the loss of 2 hours instead of just standing there, like, trying to survive. Yeah, but I'm gonna go have my breakfast here. I've got to pack up a little lunch, so I'll catch up with you guys after work. Hey guys, what's happening? It is 3:15. I got home about 45 minutes ago. Had a shower, and it's hot today, but it's not as bad as it was yesterday. I didn't realize it, and if you see my vlog from yesterday, obviously, I mean, we were getting extra breaks and stuff like that, but actually right after I left, the president of the company did tell everybody that if they wanted to stop work and go home, that, I mean, it wouldn't go against them. Obviously, you don't get paid for the time, but the evening shift didn't even have to come in if they didn't want to, because it was just way too hot. That's the first time in 50 years that this company has been around that has ever happened. That, we're like, okay, everyone, you can go home if you want. Like, that just doesn't happen, especially not in a production setting. If you've ever worked in, a factory style setting or production style setting, you know that really it's all about the numbers, and it's about on-time deliveries and getting products made so that they can be sent. And yeah, so to be like, okay, we're going to stop production, it's hot. And although I'm not going to disclose exactly what it is that I do, like exactly the products that we make and stuff, I just want to say that I know that being in production and being in that kind of a situation is a little bit, it is slightly against where I would like to be as far as, producing products and mass production and things like that, especially since I've been living a little bit more, not necessarily as a minimalist, but definitely not living a material lifestyle. But the products that we make are long-term, very durable products that will last for decades. So I don't feel necessarily bad about it, even though it's not a field that I want to spend, or, ideally, as someone who cares about the environment and cares about, the production of new items. Obviously, I'm not sure that it's completely 100% in alignment with where I stand, but I do feel okay with it, knowing that I'm not just making some cheap plastic thing that's designed to break, that, or like, with plastic wrapping that's just going to get tossed out and fill up a landfill. So in case anybody was wondering, since I've been talking about, being in production and talking about working in a factory style setting and things like that, that's just a little bit more info on that. But I'm not going to disclose my company name or exactly what I do, obviously. But yeah, so anyway, got home, had a shower. I'm going to start preparing some food for Jamie and I. I'm going to make some couscous, some more of the roasted potatoes like we had yesterday, and probably just steam like some broccoli and cauliflower. And if we do have any frozen corn, I might put some of that on as well. And then we might end up going to see a movie tonight. I'm not really sure yet. We don't go to the theater all that often, but I've got free movies, so Like I've got a little rewards card with my bank card. It's set up with my bank account, so for every so much I spend, I get free movies, and they just text me and let me know when I've got free movies. And it's actually a pretty good deal because I've had 8 or 10 free ones so far in the year or two that I've signed up with this card, so it's not bad. It doesn't cost me anything. Yeah, I'm gonna go for now. I'm gonna tidy up these dishes that are here and get on supper, so I will be back. Alright guys, so we're back and had some dinner. Still, it got quite a bit hotter in here, probably from having the oven on. That probably didn't help, but I mean, you know, we need to eat, so don't have a whole lot going on right now. What time is it? 5:30, so it's not really all that late. I do have to round up all the garbage and stuff and take that out tonight because it's garbage day tomorrow. But I'm going to wait till it cools off, do that a little bit later. I think I'm just going to read a little bit of my book, and I don't know how much more I'm going to be active on this vlog. Not a whole lot going on today at all, guys, but it's one of those days, just chilling. I'm going to show you Dylan. She found her way to the middle shelf on our little side table bookshelf thing. Like, that's so ridiculous. Books on the bottom and Dylan in the middle. Oh my. And then Merle's up on the ledge. But yeah, I'm gonna stop for now, and I'll probably come back and say a little something before I go for the night. But yeah, we'll talk to you later, guys. Hey, what's up, guys? It's 8:30. Last time I checked in, it was 5:30. I was gonna go lay down and read a little bit. What are you laughing about? Oh, okay, Jamie's laughing. Well, I mean, what happened was, so I fell asleep like almost immediately. I think I might have read like 1 page, maybe 2, and I just passed out. Yeah, I'm gonna blame the heat, but wow. So I took a nice nap, couple of hours, good times. Anyway, I just got up and I took the garbage out and stuff like that. I was talking to our neighbor. He used to work where I work now, and I was explaining to him that yesterday was the first time that they ever shut the place down, or like, you know, stopped production because of heat. And he'd worked there since like the 70s, so he's like, yeah, he's never seen it like that before. So I just had a little yarn about that and about heat in general, which is kind of depressing, but oh well. What else happened today? I feel like this one's going to be kind of a boring non-vlog, but more of like a daily report. But oh, actually, some of you may remember the radio station that I contacted about their eating live goldfish challenge they had back in the spring, and caused a little bit of a fuss over that. But they recently today on their Facebook page posted about how obesity, you know, is costing the government more than, or like costing healthcare more than smoking and things like that, and just talking about how like such a large number of us are obese, and wanted to get everyone's opinion on it, like whether it was is the individual to blame, or is it a socioeconomic thing. I was reading through all the comments, and so many people were just like basically blaming the government for food being too much, but the food that they're having, you know, that they're talking about is like, you know, meat and eggs and dairy and stuff, and they're saying like, oh, it's just so expensive to, you know, eat healthy. And I just couldn't help myself, so I had to comment on it and just say like, no, you know, the cheapest foods you can get are also the healthiest and just, you know, good staples of a plant-based diet. I've had a little bit of a backlash from it from some people, you know, your obvious trolls who don't know their ass from their face, who just, you know, like to talk. But it's crazy how many people think, you know, you can't afford to eat healthy, you know, and like that somehow it's the government's fault that the already heavily subsidized meat and dairy aren't affordable enough for them. And it's just like, oh my God, do you guys even hear yourself? You know, don't pick up the $12 steak, and instead you can have like enough rice or bananas or corn or potatoes for like a week or two. Like, it's unreal. And they just don't get it. And I mean, the whole post was not about fat shaming. It was about, you know, the statistics involved in healthcare. But again, so many people were just on that bandwagon, like, oh, don't pick at the fat people. Of course, it's not the individual's fault. It's all the government's fault. You know, especially poorer people, because we can't afford to partake in all the activities and stuff that other people can. And it's like, oh my God, what fucking bullshit. Walking is free. A bike costs the cost of a bike. Like, everybody has access to leading a healthy enough of a lifestyle that, you know, you can give yourself the opportunity to be healthy. I'm not saying that everybody is in the same situation, or that, you know, like people who have always been big may, you know, like, it's not about that. And obviously everybody's different, but all the tools are there. It's just a matter of whether or not you're going to actually recognize them and take into account that, you know, you do have options. So it's just one of those things that is ranted about for a long time on their page, replying to people, and I was able to like link out some good sites and refer people to Netflix, and I did actually have some supporters, so it was pretty cool. But yeah, you got to call people out on this stuff. Like, how I've said it before, like, how else are people going to realize that they're talking out of their ass if you don't tell them? It's ridiculous. But anyway, I'm going to call it a night, guys. It's like I said, it's 20 to 9 now, and although I've already just woken up from a nap, it is soon bedtime, and I want to get this edited and uploaded tonight. So thanks for watching. Any thoughts on any of this? As always, leave it in the comments below. I appreciate everybody commenting. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.